Right, this is my Goldwing GL1800 bagger. It's a 2021 model. My missus is looking to going down Portugal next year for a month on it, so basically I'm going to have to get a top box on it. I mean, the panniers is alright, but there's not quite enough room in them. I've looked at different systems. Now I've got the backrest fitted, and I'd like to keep the backrests on. Now if you use the shad fitting, you have to drill these, and there's 4 pieces of, well, for want of a better word, bits of pipe stuck up with a plate top. Top box sits quite well forward. The Givi one, I've chosen the Givi one because it sits a long way back and gives me more scope to alter it, because I want to leave these on. Because when I come back I take the top box off. It's not something I want to stay on permanently. So anyway, this is tackle I'm going to want. I have a 13mm spanner, 12mm spanner, 10mm spanner, 12, 13mm Allen K socket, ratchet, a former Allen K, and a plastic spatula which I'm going to use to price bits out. Right, I'll just walk over to the other side of the garage and I'll show you bits what we're going to be fitting. Right, this is box it came in. I don't know if you can see that. It's a Givi SRA 1172 monarchy aluminium adapter plate for under Goldwing. This is box it came in. This is stuff you get. You get a top plate, 2 mounting plates, a back infill, and a cartload of nuts and bolts. Right, we'll go out at back now and I'll whip them 2 things out at back. Right, these 2 bits here, they're quite easy to get out. It's not such a big issue. Just scrape in there, give me a little prong on the edge and they pop out like that. Over to the other one. As you can see, just got it in the bottom edge there. Got it in. There it comes, and that's what it looks like in all afterwards. Not a great deal to go on there. Right, back over to the bench. Right, what you're looking at is the spacers. You've 2 short spacers, like that. 2 long spacers. And these short spacers, these little tiny, not much more than the washers go on top of there. I can only imagine that they initially made the spacers too short. So anyway, it's one of these, which if you give me a second I'll just show you. Right, basically what I've done there is I've just popped spacers on. It's the short one and the little thin spacer for the front, longer spacer for the back, obviously, longer and shorter bolts as is, and this just drops into there, which I need both hands, so I'll drop it on and then show you again. Right, as you can see, that's how that fits. I haven't fully tightened it yet while the piece goes in at the back. Right, so as you can see, that's these 2 on. Part of them will have slightly slack, no need to tighten up as yet. I'll just go get that other piece. Now this piece fastens on with the 2 M6 countersunk cap Allen screws and 2 flange nuts. Pretty straightforward how to get it back on. Right, this piece fits into here. Basically it fits like that, and what it is a little philister piece. It just fills back up to tidy it up. Unfortunately I'm going to bob the camera down again while I just fasten these 2 screws, one in here, one in there. I'll show you when I bobbed them in. I don't know if you can see this now. I've got it fastened in. I still haven't fastened everything up and tightened everything up. I'll leave it while I've tried the top plate, make sure everything fits. It's just a little philister piece what fills the bottom edging, keep it looking tidy. I suppose it adds a little bit of strength to it, but something out. And it's only a little thin piece of aluminium, so it's not going to do so much. Right, I'll go get the other piece and show you what I'm going to go on with that. Right, this is how the top plate goes on. I mean, you can see I've drilled another set of oils in this. If I put it into its proper forward position, you can see it can't go, it's at it mounted for backrest. So I've just moved it back ½ inch, and at ½ inch I think it's going to go, and it lines up nicely there. So if I take this back off, tighten everything back up, I think we're going about there. So I'll just bob this down here, and then we'll have that tightened up. I'll just bob you down for a minute while I tighten everything up. Right, that's everything where it should go. I've had bolts in, but I've taken it back out because I've come across a problem, which I'll show you a bit further down there, that bench. Something to note, but see what we can do to make it a bit better. Basically what's happening is when you put top box on, it's very difficult to latch it on here. It's like it could do with a narrow spacer under there, so that's what I'm going to have a look at, see what I can do. I mean, something to note, just take this off, put a little spacer underneath. It's probably a couple of lumps of cardboard will do it, or a bit of plastic if I can find something, just what'll do it. It only wants, I don't know, maybe 1mm, something like that. I mean, it will latch, but it's awfully hard to push the top box onto it. Now you see why. That's where it's going to go, and I mean, basically, yeah, I've got it ½ an inch further back, but it's not the prettiest thing in the world. It looks a bit, well, I won't want it on all the time, but it's going to do for what it's going to do. And my idea, when I come back, now I've had to think about it, I'll take that off, and I think I might make a little plate around here so I can put a roll bag on or a soft bag. I think that's what I'll do. Save me taking it on and off, and it'll just cover that lot up. It won't be as long as this, it won't stick out as far, so make it look a bit better. Anyway, I'll just show you this now on bench and what I'm going to do about it. Take these Allen keys over with me. Right, basically what I'm going to do is take these two screws out, which is on the underside of that. I had to fish these little things out. They're little plastic pegs which were in heads, so you're not supposed to take them off or something, but anyway, I'm gonna. So right, I'll whip them off and show you what it looks like when we get. Right, you can see I've whipped it off now, and that's all that's about. Anyway, what I'll do is, you see that's where it fits. If I can cut myself a small piece of plastic, something about 1mm thick, on there, I'll just space it up and make it easy for latchet box. I could have actually rubbed top off these rubber things, you know, but I thought when I've used it for maybe a month or two, these rubbers might compress and stay compressed, so I'll probably be able to take that back off, take the bit of cardboard out and drop it back down, because I think these, you know, when they've been used for a bit or whatever you want you, it might just relax top at box. So anyway, I'll just knock it off again and see how we get on. Right, I've got it on now, got it all fitted, fastened down. This, what I've done is, you just see if you look at edge, I put 2 pieces of packing paper, it was all I had. It's waterproof packing paper, so it should be alright. I'm thinking by the time these rubbers have maybe compressed for a while, I think you might be able to take them out. But just give me a minute, I'll slip top box on and show you what it looks like. Right, this is my big top box, which is a Givi V47, and if you look, it's just about touching, or it is touching, which I can't say has been an issue. And if I pop the lid, you know, lid opens up to there, I think that's plenty good enough for the job. Doesn't look all bad, I think I'll be alright with that. Anyway, I'll just whip this one off and show you what the little one looks like. Right, this is my little top box, fits on. This has actually got a bit more room in there, and when you open it, a bit hard to press, but it only opens to there before it's touched your backrest, but it's not a problem, you know, it's far enough up that you can reach out you want to reach in there. So yeah, I think I'm going to be alright with them. Pretty simple enough, easy enough to fix on. I've got to admit, I think the shad, probably looks a little bit better. The shad definitely fits further forward, but then again you wouldn't have backrest on, so you would lose this and use backup box as a backrest. It is what it is. I think I'll be alright with that. I can live with that. I think we'll use big top box. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope this video helps anybody out. Pretty easy to fit. Don't need no special. I mean, just for the sake that I've got a backrest on is the only reason I've had to move the plate back half an inch. If you didn't have backrest on, I think I would probably use shad system. I mean, if you were going to run with a pillion on and your pillion wanted the backrest, you could always put the top box on. So, it is what it is. Unfortunately, there's no weight, or I couldn't see any weight limit or weight rating for the shad. I think this is 6 kilos. So anyway, it'll be alright. We'll make best on it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next vid. Bye for now.